What's going on, y'all? So listen. Hey y'all. I was gonna do the video later. I don't know when I was gonna get to the video, but since I was recording today, I said Ashley, just go ahead and do it since it's on your mind. The Tinder swindler. Okay. Let me just say this. I don't even think this video gonna be long because I told y'all to watch it. All right. I told y'all to watch it. It's on Netflix. It's literally like an hour, probably an hour, 54 minutes long, probably a little bit less than that, minus the credits and stuff. But when I tell you I wanted to feel bad for these women and the people that was involved in this whole situation, but I couldn't, okay? Because we hear so many people getting scammed out of their, Social Security. We getting, their information just getting taken or whatever. And it's not by their doing, okay? It's not by their doing. But in this situation, it was by their doing. Okay. Like you got this whole situation that's going on with Jen Shaw and her, allegedly telemarketing scam and targeting older people, that really don't know anything, not too tech savvy like that, you know. And then you got stuff like this, okay? Girl, Tinder Swindler, okay? I don't know what the girl's name is. It was three women that was up in there, okay? That's beside the point. The point of the matter is the main person that we are talking about is Simon, okay? Simon. Simon says, give me your money. And they said, yes, Simon. I said, what is going on? Because listen, when you watch, okay, when you first see the whole premise for it, or you see and hear the name, okay, Tinder Swindler, so obviously they're going to meet on Tinder. Tinder is a dating app, and obviously I'm thinking that he was targeting like young people, not young people, but older people, because that's an easier target. I don't know, but I would just assume it's an easier target to come after, a easier demographic, somebody that's older. You got this young man that's interested in this older woman, and she's lonely or whatever, just being stereotypical like that. Oh no, baby, he was going after people his age, okay? And I said, wow. And they was letting him, okay? They were letting him. Now when the show starts off, it's this one girl. Can I look her name up? Because mama said she been on Tinder for 7 years. I said, bitch, you been on Tinder for 7 years? Now let's talk about these dating apps, okay? Let's put that to the pause, all right? She said she'd had over like 1,000 some matches or whatever. And I said, so you mean to tell me out of 1,000 plus people that matched you on Tinder, you can't find somebody that could be your forever? Is it you or is it the app or is it them? Which one is it? Okay, because after 7 years, you mean to tell me you ain't been in a long-term relationship, and after all of the stuff that happened to her, she's still on there? Because when we opened up the show, she was showing people her Tinder profile and everything. I said, girl, delete that shit. Now see, after this whole experience, I would have said, I'm deleting all of the apps, okay? Every goddamn thing. I don't want to be on no Tinder, no Bumble, no Hinge, no nothing, okay? Now let me just talk about that. It is hard out here for us people, and I'm talking about, I would want to say minorities. And let's break that down a little bit further. I would say black people. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. And if y'all been through some certain situations, y'all can put y'all experience down in the comments too. Okay? Because, I used to be on Plenty of Fish. Bottom of the barrel. Okay? Bottom of the barrel. When I say that, I mean, out of all the dating apps, you don't really have to pay for that. And like the interface and everything, it just looks so cheap and everything like that. And I'm like, well, it's a free shit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, I don't know what it is, but like the matches that I be getting, like somebody asked a question. When I was talking about, if I think it was in my either my what Love After Lockup review. One of them things that one of the reviews what I was saying, the type of men that I probably would have went for if I was straight. You know, I like the little rugged, you know, not so pretty boy, but not ugly, but not so pretty, not a pretty boy, but you know, kind of like a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have a little bit of hood. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to protect my ass. You know. And somebody was like, so if it is that the same in reverse? You know, given that I like women, you know, do I like the hood girls or whatever like that? And truth be told, it's a certain level of hood that I can deal with. But if you so deep in that shit, bitch, hell no, that is not appealing to me. I don't know what it is. It's not appealing to me when it's on a woman. But for some reason, when it's on a man, depending on what it is in the level, it's the level, the severity of it. It's appealing. I don't know why. Maybe because that's where I grew up around. But hey, I don't know why. But you know, I like my women a little classy. You know, they got to be a little street smart, but they ain't got to be so goddamn hood, so ghetto. So you know, I know some people don't like me using that word, but somebody got in their feelings because I said that in my bitch. Let me stop. But you know, a little ratchet, just a little bit. You know, but you know how to reel that in, and plenty of fish. The stuff that they was giving me, it was like, I would never. All right. But then you also have to deal with the fact that we're black and you get on these dating apps like Bumble. You get on, like, bitch, I had Hinge. You know, I was doing an experiment because somebody showed me some stuff. And they was like, listen to the messages that they leave on Hinge, okay? So I downloaded this shit. And I was listening to the stuff like I was just trying to see if the stuff was real, okay? I only had it for a couple of days or whatever. I'm listening to the shit that these messages that people are leaving on their profile. It was hilarious. All right. It was hilarious. I said, people are really crazy, you know, but it's nothing on there for us, like targeting us, you know. I got on Hinge just as an experiment. And bitch, when I tell you white, no offense, okay, but that's not my preference. That's not what I'm attracted to. Like, that's not what I would initially go after. And then, you know, if I'm not saying that I would never be with somebody that's a white person or whatever, I could be friends with them or whatever, but am I initially like sexually attracted to them or something like that, romantically attracted to them? No. But that's not to say it won't be one that'll pop up and I'll be like, well, shit, it is something about you that I really want to try out. You know what I'm saying? Not try out, but, you know, that I'm attracted to. It just happened. Well, the only person that's done that is Angelina Jolie. Ooh. That is forever, babe. But you know, whatever. I'm talking about in real life. I'm attracted to black people, okay? Black people and maybe some Hispanics, Latinas, I should say. Maybe. You know, I've never dated one, but mostly it's been black, okay? African Americans, you know, my Caribbeans and stuff like that. You know, I love it. And it's no offense to anybody else. That's just what I like, okay? I'm just instantly attracted to it. And when I was on Hinge, baby, I was just doing the X. It was like I was Xing out for like a good 10 minutes before I actually get to a black person. And then it was like that. It was just so many white. I said, oh, this shit, these dating apps are not for us, okay? These dating apps are not for us at all. So that would have been a turn off, all right? But I don't know what they got to do with this, but I just wanted to put that out there. It's not for us, okay? That's just the experience that I had. But Hinge was hilarious, all right? And because somebody asked me, do I do dating apps? I don't, because it's not for us. Especially like we're lesbian. It's definitely no. It's one thing to be just black and a woman or whatever trying to find a mate, but then you got to put another subcategory on there. I'm black and I'm lesbian looking for another woman, and then it's just dwindle it down a little bit even more. So anyway, we get into this. Mama been on Tinder for like Mama been on Tinder for 7 years. And I was just like, girl, get up off of the shit, okay? She finally come across this guy. I'm trying to find her name. We gonna call her girl one because I can't remember. It will say Cass. They got a Cass? Celia, Pernelia, and Aileen. Okay, so we're going to call her C. C gets on the thing, you know, and this is where we start off. And I hope this is the first girl with the blonde hair. So Mama finally linked up with somebody named Simon, okay? He was supposed to be this diamond billionaire and everything like that. And, you know, he got all this money. He got this company. He can come from this line of family that's into the diamond world or whatever. And it was a legit company that they was talking about, too. but he was never really a part of it. I'm sitting here like, girl, this sounds like a setup already. He's talking about him being a billionaire. Now, truth be told, I've never seen or heard about any billionaires and millionaires. True. Well, actually, it has been like some celebrities that's been on these dating apps and they found their people or whatever. But a billionaire being on I would think that that'd be like a basic app to them, like a Tinder or whatever. They would be. I would expect them to be on something like The League, from Insecure, that Molly was on. She had to wait forever just to get in, and it's Elite or whatever. And I don't know Tinder, okay? And so I was like, that was red flag number one for me, all right? And red flag number two, she was like, they get to talking or whatever. And then we talking about going and seeing each other. And he want to fly me out the next day. Bitch, what? And he was like, for real, I'm dead ass serious. Girl, the first date was a fly out. Okay, now see, we ain't even been talking for that long for you to be wanting to fly me out and me to feel comfortable enough to be coming to see you like that, okay? And I said, good for you, but it wouldn't have been me because all I'm thinking is, girl, you could have been sex trafficked. You could have been sex trafficked. And I think at one point she said she didn't even think about that. I said, girl, that's all I was thinking about. We are in this day and age where you just got to be freaking careful. You can't just be picking up and going with any and everybody that you don't know. Girl, something could have happened to you, baby. You could have woke up minus a freaking kidney, okay? Liver could have been gone, you just never know. All right, but she went with him. I forget where they went, but they was traveling over the world, girl. And he was doing the thing with her. They wind up doing their thing with each other. Yang, 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 up in there. She fell for the charm. They talking all the time. He's sending I love yous and everything. And, she looking for place here and apartments there and spending all this type of money or whatever. But he kept on talking about my enemies. My enemies are out to get me. Okay. Even though I'm a billionaire, I have this money and I deal up in diamonds. And therefore that means that we have a lot of enemies. My enemies are out to get me. Okay. I said, what enemies? You dealing in blood diamonds or something? What enemies are we talking about? All right. So at this point, I said something ain't right. I said, girl, let's get to the point of what's happening. Girl, all of a sudden, he talking about, I think at one point he was giving her money. I could be wrong. But, it came to the point where he was like, he can't use his account and his banks or whatever because his enemies are after him. Can you give me this amount of money? And I'll pay you back like the next week. I'll pay you back in a few days. I said, girl, what? What is that? Aren't singing. But anyway, I was like, girl, what is going on? That don't even sound right. Okay. So at that point I said, you're a billionaire and you don't have no way to get no money. So that would have told me that your money funny and I can't trust the fact that you would give me this money back. Okay. Why you as a billionaire asking me, this person that ain't got much compared to what you got, and you mean to tell me you can't find nobody that's around you that can fix this for you? Oh no. So of course what she do? She taking out loans after loans after loans after loans to give to him. Okay. And it was like over 10 loans that she done took out. And I'm sitting here like, girl, why would you do that? Why would you do that? So she's like over $250,000 worth of fucking debt for him. Okay, the banks are calling. He's saying, I'll give you this money. At one point he was like, I had to make you an employee of my company. She thinking that she getting paychecks and she getting money from this. She was like, I'm making more than I ever made before. I said, okay, girl, you ain't never stepped foot in this. This man is falsifying documents for your ass and you don't see that it's something wrong with this. Okay. And then all of a sudden, he gives her a check of like this big amount and she tried to go cash that check and they said, baby, we can't do that because it was fake. And then when she get to the bank, they was like, girl, who gave you this check? And they said his name and it was like, do he look like this? And it was like, oh yeah, he been doing this stuff and swindling people all the time. Okay, he did this to this woman, this to this person in this country, this country, this country. I said, what? Meanwhile, while he was asking for this money, okay, because, it was his company and his enemies after him, so he needed the money. And we thinking that he putting the money to use, or at least she putting the money, she thinking that he putting the money to use for like the business aspect of thing. He was using it to flaunt and dine this Russian girl that was his, I think it was a Russian model or whatever, that was his girlfriend. Mind you, kicking it with woman number 2, Pernelia, whatever, P, okay? Girl, I said, what? Mind you, they going to clubs where it costs like $1,000+ just to get in, to get a table, and the second girl was his friend. It wasn't even a girl that he was doing. It was his friend, okay? And I said his friend, okay? Because you don't do this to friends, all right? And they going out for like a whole week or so. Just, this fool is just giving him money. And I'm talking about girl number 1, C. Okay, she giving him money after money, and he using it to go on this whirlwind like party over the summer. It's like, I'm just like, what? Why do you think that he's running through all of this money so quickly? It don't make sense, ma'am. And even in business, if you will have some type of way to get to the money, okay? There will be some type of way to get some cash flow to come in, even if some type of accounts were, closed or whatever. There would be some type of way that he wouldn't have to do this, okay? And I'm like, put 2 and 2 together, it's not making sense. But then when he did it to the friend, I said, girl, he's a fucking billionaire. Ain't no billionaire finna be asking me for no money, all right? And I'm gonna be giving him thousands of dollars, okay? Putting off getting an apartment or putting off getting a house because you need help with this and you need help with that. No, okay? If I have to go into my savings and give you stuff and then you claim that you're gonna give it back to me the next week, then bitch, why don't you wait till the next week when you get the money? Because where you getting the money to give it back to me next week? Because if that's the case, why don't you just wait till you get that money next week and use it for yourself? You know what I'm saying? It just didn't make sense. It wasn't adding up. And I said, y'all mean to tell me y'all not adding this up? It's not 1 + 2 = 3? It's just not adding up for y'all. I said, oh, wow, you guys are slow. You guys are, I don't want to say slow, but you guys are not, comprehending and it's just not clicking for y'all, okay? So at this point, we get another girl who, after all of this, they find out who he was. They tried to blast him. They come together, girl 1 and girl 2. They come together trying to blast him on the internet, trying to get him up in the newspaper. They find out his real name. They find out that he had a warrant. They find out that he been doing this since he was like a teenager. You know what I'm saying? And they thinking that, okay, they gonna get him, and it's gonna stop people from being with him. Oh, no. Because then when all of this stuff was going out there and the article was coming out, of course, you're going to have people that was coming down on them saying, y'all gold diggers. That's why y'all stayed. Okay. And I was like, no, they're not necessarily gold diggers because they was the one giving him money. Okay. That's not the definition of a gold digger. But then you get where all of this was happening, he has another woman. And they've been together the longest, like over a year or so. And, she finds out about it. She reads the article that was put out, because they was doing interviews all over, whatever. And he lying about it at one point. Did you listen to him sending the girl a message because she wouldn't answer the messages and stuff? And he was calling her bitches and everything. And then, I'm sleeping in a hostel, okay? I don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this. That ain't my problem. You a billionaire. All right, you a billionaire. At one point, she was selling his stuff, and they still ain't get that money back. All right, he got arrested, but he still got let go. Because technically speaking, even though he was swindling these people and conning these people, y'all was giving them money on y'all free will. It wasn't like he was forcing y'all to give it to him. So it's like a loophole, okay? He just keeps slithering away, and getting away with it. Like, he's still out there now. I just seen something that said that he been banned from all dating apps. But the thing is, how do y'all know that he can be anybody? Because he's been using different aliases and everything. Of course, he probably not going to use the Simon name, and he's still out here with money, just living off of other people's dimes and stuff. My whole thing is this. He's a billionaire. I'm not giving nobody that's a billionaire some money. Okay? And I'm not going to say that they're dumb completely because it is easier said than done to get taken. When you think that you found the one, and some of y'all been up in some type of relationships, or y'all know people that been in relationships where they sweet talk you so good. You know what I'm saying? They shower you with gifts, so to the point where they make you feel so good, to the point where you out here buying them this and buying them that. And some people, we didn't hear about some people who get a whole paycheck to their man, okay, or they spouse or whatever, and get allowance from, okay? Like, girl, ain't nobody got time for that. But it was just so many red flags, and it was bothering me because I wanted to feel, I thought I was gonna go into this show, this little docu movie, and I was gonna be 100% on the girl's side. I was just gonna be like, damn, that's messed up. But I'm like, you missed this, you missed that, you telling us. And I know probably because they're in it, they probably just was like fascinated by everything that was going on, and they think they had love, and he was just so good at that charming act. But I was like, how, ma'ams? How do y'all do this? Like a billionaire. How do y'all do that? Okay. And it's just like when y'all got to be careful with these ads, these scams that be going on the internet, especially on Instagram, when motherfuckers be DMing you or putting in your, in your comments talking about some, give me your cash tag, I'll send you this money, or, I'll send you $1,000 and then it'll flip it and I'll give you this and all. Don't fall for that. Anytime I see shit like that, that person automatically get blocked. And 9 out of 10, their thing was hacked or whatever, especially if it's somebody that already been following me. Sorry, but your account's going to get blocked because no. We just got to be careful out here. You can't just take everything for face value. Okay, we have to use common sense. And I wish these ladies used common sense because now they are still paying down on that debt because the debt wasn't white. Yes, we know that he did it or he convinced y'all to do it, but the loans are in your names, okay? And you use your credit and you use your information. So therefore, you are responsible for it. And I said, that's the smartest shit about it. He was the smartest thing about it because he's still out here doing his thing, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And can't say, oh, black people want to do that because one of the women that he did do it to was a black woman. I said, girl, what happened there? When they was looking at the info from the other women that he was doing this from, I said, oh my God, this is crazy. We got to be careful. Men, women, we all have to be careful with these scams that be going around. I don't know about y'all, but I be getting all of these phone calls or whatever lately, and I don't even answer them because I know, one of the things that they do too is if they calling you from the same area code, some of these phone numbers will have the same first 3 digits of your number and then another digit, different 4 digits, okay? Those are most likely like telemarketing scams or whatever. So just automatically end that call. Don't even bother to answer it or whatever because it's a scam. These car warranty calls and stuff like that, scams and shit. Bitch, I ain't even got a car, okay? And if I do, I ain't got no warranty with your ass, all right? So, you want to extend your warranty. No, I don't, okay? No, I don't. But, yeah, the show was something. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. Have y'all ever been scammed? Put it down in a comment. Let's discuss, okay? Do y'all feel for the women that were in this show? I kind of sort of felt for the last one, but just a little bit. But the first two, no. I felt bad that they went through that, but girl, y'all should have seen that shit coming. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I will see you guys later. Peace.